Greetings and salutations. I'm Zook, your lovable dungeon master, and we are here with Kai, Uba, and Zay, and we're playing the third episode of the Tyranny of Talk, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons game. And let's kick it off. Would anybody like to do a recap of last week's game to get one extra checkpoint after the end of the game?
I can do it.
Okay, go ahead.
I wrote it down today.
Ooh, fancy.
All right. Just a second. I am a mess right now. There we go. After getting information on the meeting with the Manticore, Bivkin, Kovash, and Ash were enjoying a meal. They're interrupted by a scratching at the window, which Ash recognized to be her dog friend Zeke. Zeke indicated that he wanted her to follow him, which she did, leaving Bimkin and Kovash behind. Within the abandoned clock tower, Ash found a floating, glowing orb, which she grabbed, causing her to explode with light, which Bimkin and Kovash saw and ran to. Bimkin tried to help the floating Ash, while Kovash covered the door with the blanket to ensure that light would not attract any guards. The two noticed Ash briefly had wings. She also revealed, after all was done, that she had a spectral boomerang. Zeke revealed himself to be a Hound Archon, who had been guarding Ash, who was an Eosamir from Celestia, for their entire lives. He told them that he had to further distance himself as Ash's powers grew greater, but he trusted Bimkin and Kovash to watch over her, a duty they accepted, Bimkin with much greater zeal than Kovash. Pause for laughter. All right. Bimkin and Kovash took Ash to Ophi at the bakery and told her what had happened. She revealed that she was going to the Manticore meeting later as well, and that they could bring Ash along to get the members' input. They helped her prepare for the meeting and transport refreshments. At the meeting, the members of the Manticore revealed that they sought to overthrow the government and their oppressive ways. Bimkin and Kovash were told they needed to prove themselves to fully gain the trust of the members of Manticore. By gaining access to the local magistrate's house and obtaining a tool he had, they could remove pacification bracers. They accepted, and they were given a cloak of elvenkind to aid in their task. After the meeting adjourned, the three approached Gretel to tell her about what had happened with Ash. Gretel asked Ash what she wanted to do, saying that if she wanted to stay in town, she would do all she could to protect her. Ash said she would like to leave with Bimkin and Kovash, and they discussed possibilities on where to go next. That night, Kovash had a dream in which the nature of magic was revealed to him. He awoke with a flaming sword, to no euphemism intended. Much to the surprise of Bimkin and Ash, at breakfast, they discussed the possibility of disguising Ash as a halfling to get her into the magistrate's house, and Damu gave them a disguise kit to help them slip out of the bar. And towards the magistrate's house, Damu announced free drinks at the bar, drawing a crowd. Ash wore the cloak of elvenkind and hid in the bushes near the magistrate's house to learn the code they used to get in, while Bimkin and Kovash hid in nearby hills. She reported back after observing several people entering the compound, and then they figured out that the code had to do with the number of letters and the words given. They disguised Ash as a halfling and used the code to gain access to the magistrate's home, and that is where we pick up.
Wow, very detailed. Okay, fuck, I'm gonna count that as 2 checkpoints. That was great. All
You're
right.
welcome.
Okay, so I'll remember that at the end of the session, you will get 2 checkpoints. All right, so yeah, that is exactly where we left off. A very good recap. Thank you, Uba.
Thank you.
All right, so the 3 of you have entered into Mystvale Manor, and we're actually gonna pan the camera over here, and we're gonna start here. All right, first thing I'm gonna do, as you guys head into the Mystvale Manor, you see basically a hallway with... God, let me grab a couple of guys here. There was an orc. And, yeah, if you guys could bring your minis over here, or, well, I know Dan can't.
Even the grid is like aligned in a very way.
It is.
Oh, it's off by 1. Yeah, that's okay. Here, I'll just, what I'll do is, we'll make you guys not snap to a grid.
Okay.
Okay, and I'll do the same thing with them.
who went in first? Was it Uba went in first?
I went through the gate first, yeah.
Okay, so we'll have you in, and then you, and you. Okay.
Right in.
All right, you enter into Mystvale Manor, and the first thing you're seeing as the door opens up is a large mud room. To your left is the orc that was the one giving the password, and at this point, he's just kind of sitting back on a pile of logs, looking all of you up and down. You see that the room enters up into a large hallway. At the end of the hallway, you do see what looks like a halfling who's kind of peeking into rooms, making sure everything's okay, and then he wanders into the room at the end of the hall. So I'll put him in there. To your right, you see what looks like an open door to a closet with several like coats and whatnot to hang up. Obviously, if you need to, you know, do change of clothes real quick, hang up your coats and whatnot. With a few like nice jackets and different clothings hanging up already, most likely belonging to the owner or guests of the owner. But yeah, you are in Mystvale Manor. There is a door to your left, a door to your right that leads into the closet, a hallway down with several doors on either side, one straight ahead, as well as a stairway that leads to the right. The orc doesn't really seem to be paying much attention. He's been pretty much, you're getting the idea that he's been paid to give the password, let people in if they get it wrong, kick people out if they get it, let people in if they get it right, kick people out if they get it wrong, and if they put up a fuss, he's obviously there as muscle to dissuade them otherwise. So you're now all in the mud room. The orc is kind of looking you guys up and down, seeing, you know, what you're gonna do, make sure you're here on legitimate business, but other than that, he's not really asking any questions unless he's spoken to. So at this point, what do you guys do?
I'll head to that. Sorry, I'm pointing at my screen like you can tell what I'm doing. The room on the left.
The room on the left. Okay. So you head into the room on the left. Good. All right. So that would be. You head into the room, and it looks like there is two nice chairs, a coffee table, a large love seat. There looks like some bottles of wine, as well as a book on the table. There's also a window that leads outside, and it looks very nice in here, very accommodating, definitely upkept. You're guessing by the looks of this, it's probably a guest room of some, like a waiting room of some sort.
Okay.
What is Ash and Kovash doing?
You say the room on the right looks like somewhere you'd like hang up your coats or something?
Yes.
Okay. Kovash will go in there and sort of, you know, he's trying to act normal.
Sure.
Air quotes, and basically, you know, I don't know, he'll hang up his cloak since his cloak doesn't really do anything.
Sure.
Just to, you know.
All right, so you go in, you hang up your coat, and it's still a little wet from the previous night, just how much it rained. So you hang it up, and it's dripping dry. You do see what looks like, as you do so, it pushes against one of the coats, and you can hear like something jingling on the inside with your passive perception. It seems like there's something of note within some of the pockets of these coats.
Kovash will just sneak a peek, but he won't be like, I'm gonna go in there and grab all those coins that they've left in there.
Sure, make an investigation roll.
Bring some dice over here.
Not a bad idea. And what is Ash doing?
I'm imagining Ash heard the jingling is like peeking around the corner, like.
That's a
Anyone
7
gonna
plus.
miss
You say investigation roll, was it?
Yes.
That's a 10 total.
Okay, yeah. You look inside. You see that basically several of these coats actually have coins in them. Probably just pocket change. But you look and there's a glint of light that bounces off the moonlight coming in from one of the nearby windows, and you actually see a piece of gold in there.
Huh. Well, Kovash isn't the type of person that steals people's pocket change, so he's
Sure.
kind of he just sort of goes, that's very, inwardly thinking anyway. That's, if you're going to carry money around, it seems a bit irresponsible to leave it loose in your coat with a bunch of mercenaries in the same house. But
Right. You're
also,
also
just leave
yeah.
it,
Absolutely, and it kind of gives you the idea that it's probably, if it was put there by the owner, it's probably an amount of money that he just doesn't care about.
Yep.
Okay, so where do you go after that?
I'll head sort of out and then.
Okay, Ash, are you doing anything once you heard that? 'Cause
Ash really wants to go in there and get the shiny shit.
what is your passive perception?
It's only a 13.
Yeah, so you wouldn't have heard the
So she was more peeking around, curious as to what Kovash was doing.
okay, so you would have seen with your passive perception him kind of looking inside one of the pockets and not take anything out, and he walked around the corner. Okay. Would you like to do anything, or are you gonna leave it alone?
Ash, will leave it alone.
Okay.
We're here to do other things.
I hear ya. All right, Bimkin, while you're in the waiting room, is there anything you want to look at? Anything in particular that's catching your eyes?
I'll look around, see if I can see anything like the pacification bracer remover thingy.
Oh, sure. Yeah, because you guys are keeping it. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in the guest room, but go ahead and make an investigation check.
That's exactly what he would want us to think.
It's just lying on the table. Oh, but here we go. We're good.
Investigation, you said?
Yes.
15.
15. So you're looking around. It looks doesn't look like there's anything really of note. You do see a book on the table that is closed, and just kind of peeking into like the cover, it looks like the teachings of Hextor.
Okay.
And there's a bottle of nicely aged wine right next to it as well.
All right.
Doggo.
I hear a doggo.
Yeah. That's mine.
Oh, watch out, she turns left.
She does. Very well. The other way you gotta watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll flip through the book real quick, see if there's like any notations in the
Sure.
margins or anything.
Okay, what did you get out of your investigation roll? I'll roll that in too.
15.
15. It doesn't look like there's anything of note. There's no like, hidden messages or anything. You see a couple highlighted passages and stuff like that. Really nothing of note.
Okay. As long as people promise not to tell Kovash, and he's really not all that interested in the wine, so
Okay.
yeah, he'll just leave that alone. If anyone asks, he totally drank all of the wines, but he'll leave and head towards the next room,
Sure.
like the one right next door to that.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you up here, because you guys are kind of snooping around like this, and I'm gonna have all of you roll a deception check, but I will give Kovash and Ash the advantage for going into the coat room. So just a regular roll for you, Uba.
7.
Ooh.
Yep.
Hmm.
Been fun playing with you guys, but I'm going to jail.
Modded 20.
Modded 20, okay.
Just, did you say deception, was it?
Yes.
Okay, that's a 14.
14, okay. So, Ash, since you're close enough to the orc, you see him kind of get up, and he stands from the log pile, and he takes a few steps forward and goes, "Hey!" And he's calling out to Bimkin.
Oh,
Yeah.
What you doing here? You look like you don't know where you're going.
I'm checking the rooms to make sure everything is okay.
Yeah? What's your name?
Oh, sorry. Gonna wipe my hand off and then extend it. I'm Bimkin.
Bimkin. Right. He kind of looks at your hand and doesn't shake it. He's like, how long you been on the job?
Oh, it's my first day.
Right. Well, make sure you do what you gotta do first. Go upstairs and sign in, you blooming idiot.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, first day. I missed that part of training.
You want to get paid, don't you?
You sure do, yeah.
Right. He kind of leans back. He doesn't have a very high passive insight.
okay. Ash is gonna run upstairs then before the big orc man gets back up.
Okay. So.
I'll head up there too.
Okay.
Apparently, Kovash hadn't seemingly gotten far enough, so he's just kind of make it look like that's where he was going. Quite clearly going up the stairs from the code.
Alright, so you go upstairs.
Whee!
And it reveals basically a hallway with the banisters, and you can see that it curves around. There are several windows lighting the hallway, and you guys peek around the corner. Just a second. And it looks like there's another stairway at the end of the hallway. There's a door to your right, as well as a hallway that leads off, and you can kind of see a door peeking through around the corner over there as well. All right, where do you guys go?
Probably down this first hallway.
This first
here.
hallway? Okay. Hang on just a second. All right, so as you're headed that way, you can see a man with a sword over his back kind of turn the corner. He gives all of you kind of a look, mutters to himself a little bit, something about fresh blood, and goes back down the hallway that he was down. Woo. Yeah.
Oh, he's dead.
He's
he
broke.
is merged into the floor.
Yeah. There we
Kovash
go.
will. Like, who sees him? Is it just Ash?
No, I think all of us.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's not hiding. You would have heard the mumbling. You kind of see him heading down that. He basically heard somebody coming up the stairs, looked around the corner, saw the three of you, and just went back down the hallway he was at.
Well, Kovash will have tried to get his attention.
Sure.
As you know. Yeah. So he'll just raise a hand up, sort of go, Hey, which way to the sign-in room?
New here, huh?
Yep.
Alright, well, just head down the hallway down there. There's a door, you'll see it. Big old book. Sign your name in the ledger. Make sure you note what time it is.
He'll nod and head down that way.
Yeah.
And I will follow.
Okay.
Yay!
So, the three of you head down this hallway. I believe it's... Let me check. Yes, okay. second door on the left. Go ahead here. All right, as you get into this room, let me check my references. That's room P. All right, so you head into the room and you see what looks like there is a table with a big old book that's opened up. You actually see what looks like this this stone pillar, which you can kind of feel the heat permeating from it. It's most likely the shaft to the chimney that gets stalked from below. You can kind of smell the wood burning from down there as well. You see what looks like a spare suit of chainmail that is currently on the on like a mannequin, and there is a quill with ink on the edge of the book. What do you guys do?
We're supposed to put her name in the book, right?
Yeah, but do we want them to know that we were here?
You already introduced yourself. You used your real name.
Yeah, but you guys haven't.
Make an insight check. Whoever wants to.
Okay.
Oh, man.
15.
That's
Okay.
a 3 from me.
Okay.
I'm not feeling very insightful right now.
18.
18. All right. So Bimkin and Ash, you both kind of get the idea that, judging by the personality of the two guards you have kind of met up with, they probably don't check the ledgers. That's probably specifically for the Mayor Mystvale.
Right.
So what do you guys do?
Look at it and go, man, that's a nice book. Anyways, next room, right?
All right, so where would you like to go?
I'll head to the next room over there. Looks like there's an open doorway right within the. I keep pointing it.
So, left or right?
Left.
Left. Okay.
Ash is going to scribble something in the book.
What are you scribbling in the book?
It mostly looks like scribbles, but it's in Celestial Mystvale stinks.
That's wonderful. All right, so Bimkin, you head into the adjacent room, and let's see, that is you. It looks like it is a bathing room. There is a rack of towels as well as a stone basin that is used for bathing. It is not currently full, and that is pretty much it. There's nothing of note in this room.
All right. I'll leave the room and head to the next one down.
Sure.
Taking it room by room.
You're gonna go here?
The one
wait-
Ash is next to, or
I'm waiting for my stream to catch up here.
Yep,
so-
yep.
Kovash will just take the writing implement in his non-primary hand and just write Temet in really bad handwriting because he's trying to make sure that, you know,
Sure.
it doesn't look. Yeah, so he'll just write down a fake name, just like so T-E-M-T.
All right, make a dexterity check.
His terrible.
This is basically a forgery check.
Yeah. That is, so you just a dex check, so that's 10.
Okay. It looks like a believable signature. But definitely not yours.
Yeah. Can't imagine most mercenaries having particularly nice, calligraphy skills.
but yeah, Ash will wander into this room now that she's
All right,
done
so
scribbling in the book.
you get to shit. I should have whoops. No, no. Put your character outside of that.
No.
You get up to the door and you feel it is locked.
Oh. I will try to pick the lock.
Okay, make a thieves tools kit.
But
Thieves tools check. For when you only want the very best.
There you go. I'm gonna make a commercial for us.
Awesome. Just a compilations of me fumbling over words.
Yep, that's about it.
okay, thieves' tools is
It's you are proficient, I believe, right?
so I get my proficiency bonus. Yes.
Yep. So yep, you get it's dexterity check plus your proficiency bonus. Remember, it's a dexterity check, not a dexterity save.
Right. That would be an 8.
An 8. So you put in your thieves' tools and you jimmy it around, but the lock just seems a little too complex for your current skill, and you're not able to make any leeway.
Just shove the thieves' tools back in my pocket, because
Okay.
the thing about being sneaky is you don't want to stay in one place too long.
Right. Absolutely.
So that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
Okay. Oh,
As you see a man walk into the room, and he eyes the two of you, kind of peeks into the other room and sees Bimkin as well. Kind of gives you this look like, who the fuck are these people? But doesn't pay a whole lot of attention to it. He'll go over to the book, sign his name in, the time that that it currently is, and looks like he leaves, and you see him walk against one of the walls, and then heads around the corner.
these hallways are very narrow for the minis.
Well, yeah, I just need to take the snap off of them because it doesn't align right. But yeah, it's 5 feet, so... Okay, so what is everyone doing?
Was I able to see her working at the door?
What's your passive perception?
15.
We'll say that you heard it, and then you looked and saw it, yes.
Okay. I'll go over and try my hand at it.
Okay, so you head over to the door. Because of the vicinity of the other guard, I'm going to have you make a stealth check first.
Okay.
Clash will say, just very quietly, we probably shouldn't move around as a trio, so I'm going to make it look like I'm doing a patrol.
Okay. Where will you head?
You'll walk out, basically.
I got a 14.
14. Do you have thieves' tools?
I do not.
So are you most likely using Ash's? Ash, are you gonna let him use your thieves' tools?
Sure, I guess.
Okay.
Cool.
So you aren't proficient in it, so you do not get your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
And you go and you feel like you might be getting a little bit of leeway, but then it's like, no. It just basically the lock, one of the tumblers comes down on the pin and it flips out and ting 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 onto the ground.
Ash will grab it.
Or was that your stealth check?
That was my stealth check.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So you're pretty sure you're well hidden.
Okay.
So now you can make a thieves' tools check. You are not proficient, so it's just a dexterity check.
15.
15. All right, you stick the tumbler, the hook in there. You hear it unlock.
I'll give Ash a very big and absolutely not at all condescending grin. There we go. hand her the tool back,
Yay!
and then I'll take a peek in the room.
All right. So you peek in the room, and you see it is a bedroom of some sort. It's probably the master bedroom from the looks at it. It's very well adorned. There's a large dresser, as well as a very nice chair with a table and some fine wine next to it. You see some paperwork on a nightstand, as well as a bureau. While this is happening, Kovash, where are you going?
He's just, at the moment, he's going to make it look like he's just keeping an eye on this hallway.
Sure.
Since, yeah, so he'll stand like here, I guess. So it looks
Sure.
like he's guarding this door and keeping an eye on the doorway in the sign-in book or something. So it's sort of like.
All right. So
Seems sensible to him.
the other guard will eventually come around the corner while this is all happening. I'm gonna have you make a deception check, and he's gonna make an insight check.
The deception. This is going to be horribly. Yes, probably. 6.
Uh-oh.
Kovash isn't the most easily
Uh-oh.
good at the
Oh,
deceiving
shit.
others.
Did I not pull the, God. Come on. I forgot to pull. I guess I didn't save the dice roller. There we go. Let me just throw this in here real
Oh,
quick.
that one.
Yeah. Mostly for my use, because I like it. So you see him turn around the corner. He sees you just kind of standing there, and he places his hand on his hilt, and he'll take a few steps up. At which point he is going to look into the room and see Ash and Bimkin. Bimkin, make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can kind of react in time to as you hear the footsteps come down the hallway.
Okay. That would be a 24.
24, you close the door without making barely a sound and turn just as you see the patroller from before look into the room and kind of give you all a look. And he's like, "What are you three doing?"
Saw the door was open. Let's check and see if there's anyone in here.
Well,
Supposed to be locked, isn't it?
wait, it's unlocked? That's a problem. All right, well, head downstairs, find a room that's unoccupied, and sit tight. Don't want anybody snooping around, and I'll stand outside this room and make sure no one comes in.
But is this the guy that just signed in a little bit ago?
No, he went downstairs.
This was the guy that went up and down this hallway,
The one that saw you earlier.
who told us where the sign-in book was.
Gotcha. How do we know that you're not trying to get us out of the way so that you can do something?
Because, unlike you, I have been working for Mystvale for 3 years.
We really only have your word on that, don't we?
Do you want to make something of it?
Guy look like he could kick my ass?
Eh. The three of you could probably overpower him.
I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing my job right. That's all I'm like.
Then do your job. Downstairs.
Didn't think we were supposed to leave one person unattended in a situation like this, but you know.
Make a deception check again.
20.
20? Jesus Christ.
It has taken 3 weeks, but these dice finally like me.
They had to get used to their new master.
And just because I said that, that's the last time I'll roll over a 10 tonight.
All right. Well, you're right. In this situation, we should probably both be present. I'll stay here. You stay here as well.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Okay. So, Ash and Kovash, or what are you guys doing?
They said we have to go downstairs, right?
That's what he said. He said go downstairs and find something to guard.
Right. Kovash will, like, say, do you want me to cover the hallway you were doing before?
He's gonna make an insight check. You're not really being deceiving, but he's just gonna make a basic insight check. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I guess that's a good idea.
Yeah. Okay. So Ash will go this way then.
All right, Ash, where do you go?
Fuck. Everything's sticking together. Sorry. What's going on? Why? My mini decided to glue itself to your fog of war. Right. And that's because I was trying to use, if you right click.
Yes. Yeah, I
sticks
do.
the thing down, but it seems to suck everything towards it. So
there you go.
There we go. Yeah.
All right, Ash, where are you going?
Well, like I said, go downstairs, but I want to go upstairs.
Okay.
When has Ash ever listened to the adults?
You are currently upstairs. You're on the
We're
second
gonna have
floor.
to work on that, young lady.
You said there were more stairs, so, or do those go down?
These are yeah, these go back downstairs.
Oh. Okay,
Point of
yeah, I'll
order.
go downstairs and start poking around.
Sure.
Point of
Let's
order.
find
From
the
the
basement.
outside, how many floors did it look like the building has?
It looks like there's most likely 2 main floors and probably an attic.
Okay.
Change the music to a little bit more ominous feel.
It's very jolly heroic.
I know,
music.
right. Okay, so you're gonna head back downstairs?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so that brings you here, I believe. Yes.
Oh, I found the food room.
All right. So you head downstairs, and yes, it is very much the kitchen. You see a stove. You see some tables with looks like some raw ingredients. There are pots and pans. You see where the fireplace is, and there is also an oven of some sorts.
Some of these textures aren't loaded for me.
Really? They're all loaded on mine. We'll have to go through and... sorry.
Oh yeah,
That's
some of them are some
Yeah.
of them are just textureless, and one has a writing on it that I think is probably whatever the error thing is. I wouldn't worry about it. It doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't affect the
It looks like what it's
stream.
supposed to. If it's missing a PV thing.
So Ash is going to wander around the kitchen and poke around a little bit.
Hang on just a second. Load all files. I can probably do this. Okay, what did you say you were doing?
Ash is going to wander through the kitchen and poke around a little bit.
Okay, wandering through the kitchen and poking around a little bit. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Seven.
7? Okay.
There's food here. This is a good place to be.
Okay. So you're looking around and you see several boxes. You see the oven as well. You notice by the oven, it looks like there are bits of ash on the floor. Looks like it's spilled out recently. You see a big old bag of what looks like grain and rice as well. Nothing really of note. There is, however, there is a door. You see the rogue kind of peek and look at you and turn around and head the other way. The halfling, I mean. It looks like the door, there is a door that leads into another room, and two other doors. One, well, not door, but there's an archway that leads into a hallway over here, as well as a door over here, and a back door that leads outside.
Let's go over to the
Sure.
that one.
Okay. And there.
And Ash is gonna peek her head, look around.
Okay. Go ahead and make an investigation roll.
I'm not good at investigation. And I've probably used all my good rolls for the night. 18.
Okay, 18. You're kind of looking around, and you see that one of the bags of grains actually has what looks like a little hole in it, and a little bit of something poking out of it, like a cloth within the actual sack.
Huh. That's
What do you do?
I didn't mean to pick myself up. So, is it a doorway where the door opens and closes, or is it?
Yes, it opens up.
Ash will slip in and shut the door behind her.
Okay, shut the door. Are you being stealthy about this?
I'm going to try to be stealthy.
Okay,
about
go
this.
ahead and roll stealth.
I am halfway decent at stealth. 17.
17.
Oh, I have advantage on stealth because
You do
of
have
the...
advantage on stealth.
So
And
let's see if I can get any better at that.
and the anybody who's trying to perceive you has disadvantage on stealth.
Oh, nope. We'll go with the 17.
Okay, that's good because they would have rolled an 18, but because it's at the disadvantage, they rolled a 12. Plus 2 is 14. So you're pretty sure you're well hidden. You close the door without making any sound at all. Just kind of... And you are in the storage room. There are several barrels, and you see several bags of grain, and you see that one with the hole and a little bit of what looks like a cloth of a different color than the rest of the burlap sack poking out of it. Whoa, what just happened?
Mine. Weird.
Like the entire thing just re-thingied. Okay.
Reloaded. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 10 seconds in the past, so I'm still blissfully. There it goes. What the fuck?
What
My
the
entire
fuck?
screen went white, and I was just like, "What'd I do?"
That's
The
okay.
entire thing just re-thingy.
The entire thing rethinking. That's all right. It's actually not that far behind.
So now that Ash is in here, and the door's closed- Yay! Ash is going to like tug a little bit at that cloth to see if it's how stuck it is in there.
Sure. You reach in, and it feels like it come loose fairly easily.
Okay. Try to tug it out.
All right, make a sleight of hand check.
$21.
21. Yeah, you slip it out. You see some of the grains kind of settle, and one's about to just kind of hit the table. You just kind of take one index finger and poke it back into the bag, and you've got this little cloth. Looks like a little cloth bag of some sort.
Is there anything in it?
Do you open it?
I do open
It's a drawstring, and you open it up, and you see this fine, like, kind of a blackish white powder of some sort. It has an interesting smell to it.
I'm gonna tuck that in my pocket because I
Sure.
don't know what that is.
Make a nature check, actually.
When I'm not playing my nature character, who also doesn't have nature. Modded 20.
Holy shit! Okay, you kind of get a whiff of it, and it reminds you of a smell. You've been to kind of the, less legal places in Averland, and you've smelt this before. It reminds you of the stuff that was being packed into pipes and smoked.
Gross.
It's a very pungent scent.
Gross.
But you remember that it wasn't exact, like they were being kind of suspicious with it, like making sure that no one really saw them. You remember two gentlemen in particular that were around that were in an alleyway, and they were smoking, and you came around and they like instinctively hid the pipes, but then saw it was just some stupid kid and just like shrugged it off and kept smoking.
Okay, with that, Ash is going to... Nothing else catches her interest?
Nope, nothing
Okay.
that you, unless you want to look any further, but there's a lot of bags in here.
A lot of bags.
A lot of bags. Okay.
What would that be, investigation?
For what?
Just to see if anything else catches her eye.
Sure.
Four.
Flour, potatoes, rice, spices, nothing really all that interesting.
Okay, flip back out.
Okay, while that's going on, Kovash, you are down this hallway. So you've got four rooms in total. You got two on the left, one is on the far end, and then two on the right. Where would you like to go?
Are any of the doors open?
No, they all look closed.
He will. Did they have like what kind of handle like lock did they have? It's like big old keyhole kind of.
The one that you're currently at. Hang on just a second. Okay, this one in particular, the door looks a little bit nicer, a little bit more ornate, and it's actually got a curved golden handle with a lock, with like a very intricate looking keyhole.
When you say that, do you mean this
Yes.
side or?
Yeah, the one you're looking at. Yep.
Also, this is where like if you hit tab, it does this little arrow.
Yep.
Point at stuff. Yeah. So yeah. He'll check the handle, but he's not gonna like wriggle it about or anything like that. He's gonna like
Just
push
kind of
down on it.
testing it. Yeah, you push down and immediately there's resistance. You kind of hear a tsk. It is definitely locked.
Okay. He'll basically do the same for all the handles on the doors along the hallways. Like, he's not like slamming down on it, he's just like pressing down on them carefully and then going, yeah, there's resistance, it's not going farther or something like that. And
so you
continue walking, yeah.
You check this room?
And just, yeah, basically, but like if there is give, if you know what I mean, he's not going to fully open the door. He's going to go, okay, that one's not locked, and then carry on, basically. He's checking which doors are and aren't locked in the hallway first.
Gotcha. Okay. So the one immediately to your right, that I just pointed at, that one is locked as well. And let's see. The other one. You head down this way. This one, you kind of feel the handle, and it gives some way, and it doesn't feel like it's locked.
Okay. He will carefully as possible open this door, like just a little bit, so we can peek in.
Okay. You open up the door. I will reveal it. And you see what looks like a simple bedroom. It doesn't look as nice as like when you were looking into the master bedroom by any means at all. The rags and blankets are stained, torn. There are several bookcases that look like they have books and whatnot on them. There's a side table with nothing on top of it. Very basic accommodations.
It looks like sort of like a really crappy guest room, basically, with like a patchwork bed.
Or servants' quarters, yeah.
A servants, yeah, actually. He'll step in and sort of, he won't like touch anything, but he's just going to glance over the books shelves and see if there's anything that sort of sticks out. But you know, that's literally all he's doing. He's like going in, glancing over the books, sort of glancing around the room, then stepping back out. Again.
Are you actually like picking stuff up and looking around, or are you just kind of looking?
No, he's not
over?
touching anything.
Okay,
basically, he's
Go
trying
ahead
to be
and
as like
make a perception check.
You know,
yeah.
There he is. Perception. 12.
12. So, you're looking about and you see what looks the books are kind of they're labeled in a runic language. What languages do you speak?
That's a good question. Let me check. Where would I find that on this?
That would be under your proficiencies and languages. I believe it's on the bottom left of the D&D Beyond character sheet.
Left. He speaks Common and Draconic.
It is not a language that you understand.
Also, question actually, in 5th edition, do you get more languages for having high int, or is it a different thing now?
No, you get languages through your background, and you can get it with a feat as well. There's a feat called Linguist that gives you 3 extra languages.
Okay. Well, he has not got that, so... No, these are the 2 languages he knows. So it doesn't look like either of those, right?
Nope.
Does he recognize it at all as something he might have seen on...
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
So thinking in the way, like, you know, if you see, like,
Yeah.
a Japanese or a Chinese character, you know that that's...
Right.
You know,
I don't
Chinese,
speak
but you might not be
Japanese, I
able to
don't
read
speak
it.
Chinese, but I know the difference between a Japanese and Chinese character. I absolutely get what you mean.
Yeah. That is a... What was I rolling again?
Int, yep.
15.
15. It reminds you of... You've kind of seen some, like, in the stories you used to read as a kid. There were some, like, dark portals dealing with the hells and the demons that are within, and you remember seeing this language kind of etched around some of the portals, and you're guessing it's probably, like, either infernal or abyssal.
It's a very strange thing to have in your guest quarters, or your servant quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Are all of them like this, or just like
Yes.
is there just one? Okay, that's really weird. I mean, not really weird. It could be like a... I don't know. Right.
Excuse me.
He'll not touch any of it at the moment. He's just making a note of it. Because he can't read anyway. Or, well, he can read, he just can't read this. Are there like scrolls and stuff there as well? Or is it just a bookshelf?
You do see what looks like rolls of paper as well that are they don't have seals or anything like that. They're just rolled up pieces of paper.
Okay. Now he'll not touch any of that at the moment because in his mind he's thinking, if I pick one of these up and like slip it into my coat, and then I'm wondering about later and someone finds it in his coat, there's going to be questions about why he has that particular kind of book in his code.
Right.
Especially this guy who's been working here for 3 years apparently sees it, because he's probably going to know that that's from that room.
As
So
you're kind of
he's gonna-
taking a closer look with your passive perception, you're kind of looking over the pieces of paper, and you do see what looks like one of the papers has some drips, like it looks like some splotches, maybe a spattering of what looks like crimson, probably blood.
That's suspicious. But yeah, he will. Yeah, he'll take a mental note of this and then leave the room,
Sure.
basically, and then go and check the room at the end.
Sure.
there.
Okay. Before that happens,
He'll close that door behind him, obviously.
Yeah. Go ahead and close it. So we will go back to Bimkin. Bimkin, you are standing next to the other guard, and the guard is being very silent and just kind of like he just doesn't think this is necessary to have two people on this door, but he is staying quiet. He agreed to do it, so that's where he's going to stay. He looks over you every once in a while, but he doesn't seem to be saying anything. Do you talk to him at all?
Well, 3 years, huh?
Yep.
Get any benefits?
Well, I mean, every once in a while I get to have my way with Sylvantica. That's a benefit in and of itself, but haven't seen her around, so
I
probably
don't know
sold
what
her.
that means.
Sylvantica. It's one of... What? What do you mean?
Never mind. I was talking more like, you know what? Never mind. Stupid. I'm being stupid. How much are we making? Like, I don't remember that part in the,
3 gold a night.
3 gold a night, wow. That'll get it done, yeah?
Nothing to scoff at, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anything interesting ever happen, or?
Not really. We get some vagabonds every once in a while, or some freeloaders trying to spend the night, you know, getting out of the shelter, getting out of the rain or something. Just kick them out, they go on their way, but other than that, I mean, we do hear some I've heard some strange shit coming from upstairs, though.
Really?
Yeah, well, let's just say I don't guard the attic for a reason.
There's an attic.
Are we supposed to?
Well, yeah, we've got someone up there right now.
Oh, I didn't even see an attic entrance.
Yeah,
Is it, or?
it's a little bit out of the way. Let me see. God. Well, you don't need to be going up there anyway, so I wouldn't worry about it too much.
What if I hear something?
You don't need to be worrying about it. If you hear something, you let one of us know. Listen, newbie. Like, I know you're probably like, oh, I've got a new job, I'm getting good money, but it doesn't mean that you need to be going snooping around. And in fact, if you start getting your hands into things that you're not supposed to, you're liable to lose them.
First off, top-notch impression of me. That's exactly what I sound like. But
I know.
So, like, I shouldn't worry about the attic at all, under any circumstances whatsoever.
Oh, I mean, if you hear something screaming, let us know. We'll take care of it. Listen, just because you hear some shady shit, some creaking boards doesn't mean that there's something going on. You're pressing too much into this. It's just a house. Do your job, and you'll be fine.
You're the one that said you don't like going up there. I was just making conversation.
Well, I'd appreciate it if you stopped.
Altogether or about that?
Pick one.
All right. So do we get dinner around here?
Jesus. Look, if you're hungry, no one's stopping you. You can go downstairs into the kitchen, have one of the workers make you something.
Or you get docked on my pay for that, do I?
No.
Okay. I don't know. I've heard of places that,
I hear you.
Yeah. So, just trying to be safe here. Pretty good food.
Yeah, it's decent.
Right. We like to take it like anywhere in the house, or we have to eat it in the kitchen because
he just rolls his eyes and like stares off at the wall, and you can hear him muttering under his breath, "It's gonna be a long night." Meanwhile, you're making friends.
Yep. Hey, I learned there's an attic and that it's a largely hidden entrance, so I've made progress.
That's true. Okay, so let's see. Back to Ash.
Back to me.
Ash, what are you doing? You see this guy kind of make around the corner. He peeks into the it's a halfling, and he looks you up and down, gives you a nod, walks over to the table. You see him reach over, grabs an apple, takes a bite out of it. What do you do?
I am going to give him a big ol' grin and go through the door that he just came out of.
Sure.
And duck left.
Duck left?
So this one.
Okay. The door is open. In fact, it's not a door, it's an archway.
Alright.
I'm sorry. Yeah, this one is a door, but it is unlocked. You get into the room, and there are 4 cots. There is a table with several chairs. It looks like there is a deck of cards strewn on the table. There are actually a couple people in this room. Hang on just a second. Let me grab them. Here we go. Suddenly
They
people.
fell on me.
They did.
Gonna squish me.
All right, so you see one man, he's got leaning against one of the chairs, he's got what looks like a big guisarme, and the other one has a holster with what looks like a firearm. They're both playing a game of cards. There's some tokens and other things kind of strewn about the table. There are 4 cots, each with an end table and each with a footlocker. They kind of see you, they stop mid-conversation, look at you, look you up and down, and go back to their game.
Well, if there are people in here, then I don't want to be in here, so I will go across the way and check out this door.
Okay.
Ash is just gonna be going all through this fucking house.
Hey, that's fine. All right, you head into this door. This one is an archway. It looks like a preparation room. There's several hanging spices, dried herbs, bottles of what looks like wine or different things to flavor meals and whatnot. There are several fruit bowls and whatnot. Let me see. You can go ahead and make an investigation roll while you're in here.
Investigation. Please roll better than a 6 this time.
What'd you get?
8.
You got an 8?
You asked for better than a 6.
A modified 8? All right, pretty much what I described. There's nothing else of note. Okay, there is a door. Basically, it's a swinging door that will go any way that you push it. Basically, if somebody has like a big plate of food, they can just back up into it and go back and forth. It most likely leads into a dining room, or you can go back out to the hallway.
I'll just go through the swinging door. It's fine.
All right, you swing through the door.
Swinging door.
And it is the dining room. You see what looks like 6 tables, a big long table, each with a plate of food. You actually see there is food already prepared, most likely for the mercenaries and guards that are stationed throughout the night. There's a big like roast in the center, vegetables, fruits, bottles of wine. There are 3 chairs on either side, and a head like the master's chair, and probably like a guest of honor chair as well. You see behind you is a cabinet with several cups, more bottles of wine, and whatnot as well. You gonna start snooping around?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check.
Perception. $15.
15 is the difficulty. All right, so you're kind of looking around the room, and you see what looks like next to this cabinet right here. There are scratch marks along the side of the cabinet. It looks like it's been moved several times.
Well, if that ain't shit.
What do you do?
Even she's smart. Odd, she's dumb. Odd, she's dumb. She tries to find a way to move it.
Okay, make an investigation roll. Okay, so you're looking around the place, and because you already saw the scratch mark, it actually lowered the difficulty a little bit. You open up one of the sliding doors, and you see a bunch of bottles of different wines, and like stacks of what looks like dishes and plates and other things that you would need to basically prepare a table. And you see it looks like there is an old bottle of it's a little bit dusted over with some fingerprints on it, but it looks empty. And when you go to kind of move it out of the way to look around it, it doesn't move. It feels like it's affixed to the floor of the cabinet.
Oh. I wish Ash wasn't down here by herself. Gonna look around, see if she can hear the halfling going down the hall. Is
Okay.
this a closed door, or is this an archway?
That is yeah, it's an archway. Yeah.
It's an archway?
Yeah, it's an
Okay.
archway. Make a perception check.
$16.
16. You do hear some footsteps.
Okay. Ash is gonna leave that alone because, as she said before,
Okay. You see the halfling kind of stop, looks in the room, gives you a look, gives you a nod.
she'll give him a nod back.
Make a
Question
deception
mark?
roll. You guys are doing really good on the deception so far.
Except for me.
14.
14. Natural 20. You see him look at you, and basically, as you do so, you kind of turn around and you look a little bit like a deer in headlights as he looks at you, and you see him pull out a dagger, and he steps into the room. What are you doing in here?
Was looking at the drink choices.
Ha! Likely.
I mean,
you see him take a walk around the table, and he like gets into melee with you.
oh no.
And he's gonna take his dagger and very slowly bring it to your hood, and he's gonna flip it back. Do you do anything?
She's gonna flinch away because he's pointing a dagger essentially at her face.
Okay.
And, like, try to step back.
Okay.
Because this man is getting too close for comfort.
So do you try to prevent him from flipping your hood back?
I'm trying to think of how I want to describe it. Not directly, but more like turn her head away and step back, try to get away from his attempt.
All right, so as you do so, you see him kind of, because he got a natural 20 on insight. He knows something up at this point. I fucking knew it. And he takes a strike, and he is going to basically stab at you. All right, we're going to change the battle. We're going to change the music here.
Oh no. Of course, Ash is the one that gets into trouble.
Ask him about benefits. Ask him about benefits.
Oh, this isn't the right one. There it is. Crossing the chasm. There we go. Okay, so what's your AC?
13.
He hits.
Owie.
Hey, luckily he doesn't get a sneak attack.
Because I know he's right there.
All right, you take 6 points of damage, and you hear him call out as a free action, "Hey, we got an imposter!" What are your passive perceptions, guys?
If he's actively yelling, then
13. Fine.
Yeah, the DC is 10. Okay, yeah, you all hear that. And so we're gonna roll initiative.
Okay. 23.
20.
Okay.
19.
Kid Ash. Wow, it's already in order. All right, Bimkid, you hear that? It is your turn. What do you do?
What's the guy next to me doing?
He looks like he's about to draw out his sword, and he's gonna probably go right in front of you. Not to you, but he's gonna go check it out. Because he has no reason to suspect you.
Right. I will. I guess I'll run. Yeah.
Okay.
Run in that general direction.
Okay. So like, just full sprint in that direction.
Yeah. I'll
is-
get there as fast as I can.
You're like you have a 40 movement speed. So are you gonna go the way you came, or are you going to go the other stairs that you haven't been down yet?
The way I came.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You get to right here, 30 movement, and you do see this guy, and it looks like he's heading down this way. Do you continue heading this way, down where you came, or do you go where the guard? Okay, so you're gonna follow him. All right, so you get to right here. All right, you still have an action and a bonus action left, and there's a guy in front of you. What do you do?
Can I try to trip him?
Yes.
He's going down the stairs, right?
Yes, he is.
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. That will be yeah, just a melee attack. Since you're a martial artist, you can do this.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. This will technically be a grapple, quote unquote. Let me look up tripping real quick. Trip.
Okay.
5e. 5e trip attack. Shove a creature. Must be no larger than one size category larger than you, and then it's a strength athletics versus strength athletics or dexterity and acrobatics. So make an athletics check.
Okay. Could I do acrobatics instead?
No, you have to do athletics. He gets to choose.
Gotcha. That's a 17.
17 versus his roll. It's gonna have to roll pretty damn good. 4. Okay, yeah, you trip him. Are you? Do you want to make it seem like you did it by accident or that he tripped over himself?
Yeah.
Make a sleight of hand check. Hey Adam, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us.
A child has gotten into trouble.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand, that'd be 15.
15. All right. Yeah, he's convinced that he tripped over. He didn't even see you. So you see him take a tumble down the stairs, and he's gonna take 15. That'll be 2d6 worth of damage. 4 points of damage as he falls down the stairs and lands at the bottom, and he is currently prone. So you see him just trip. Smack. You have 5 more feet of movement if you want to move.
I can, like, you're real choppy on my end here. I can barely hear you.
You have 5 more feet of movement if you would like to move.
I'll continue down the stairs.
Sure. All right, that is your turn. Let's see. That would make it Ash. It is your turn.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. You can hear footsteps coming in your direction. You hear the stairs. And then you hear the as someone falls down the stairs. Which happened like right above you, because that's where the stairs would be. What do you do?
Trying to think like Ash, and I'm not sure Ash's plan would actually work, but nothing else is so far anyways. So Ash is going to let me just double check. So Ash is going to disengage.
Okay.
Run her, like slide under the table and run through the archway.
Sure.
And she's going to be going, help! Help!
Okay, it's gonna be an easier check because you're small, but make an acrobatics check to go underneath the table. 10, that's exactly what you needed. 5, 10, 15, 20. Where are you going? Just out the table? I mean out the kitchen?
20, 25, probably right here.
Right here? And you're yelling help, help, help?
Yep. Like she's in genuine trouble.
All right, make a deception check. Actually, I'm sorry. you are in genuine trouble, so I'm gonna make this a persuasion check. I'm sorry, you're actually being truthful. I know your reasoning is. Do you want to use deception instead?
I do.
I guess it depends on how you word it. He's gone mad? Okay, now you can make a deception check. I'm giving him the advantage because he knows the guy. Okay. He kind of looks, he's, get back here! And you see him, he's going to basically, he's gesturing for you to come to him.
Okay.
All right, that makes it Kovash. It is your turn.
Okay. They can hear this.
Yes.
How loud? How loud are verbal components on spells?
You can make a you can try to be quiet about it with a stealth check. Right now you're not really near anybody, so it'd be a very low difficulty to do.
Okay, because I'm gonna try and cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Sure.
He'll do it like so that he's like facing this way when he says it, so that
sure.
Any voice going is going towards that wall rather.
Okay.
Just try and mask his thing, but he's saying it as quiet as possible.
Sure.
This is the first spell he's ever cast, really, so he's sort of going like.
I hear
right,
you.
I know how to do this, but apparently, the dream told me this. I gotta see if it works.
So I'm gonna have you make a stealth check at the advantage because of how you described it.
Okay. At which point then it's just gonna be normal because I'm at disadvantage. So yeah, it negates my.
Yep.
Okay. Come on.
And this is a bonus action, I believe, to cast.
Stealth. That's a 19.
19. Yeah, no one hears it. You're pretty confident there's so much shit going on right now. No one heard you. And then you feel like the entire world around you kind of slows down a little bit, and your feet and your whole body becomes a little bit lighter, and you feel that instant burst, and you can move, I believe it's 30 feet?
Yeah, I can move 30, so that means I can...
You could basically... if you wanted to, you could move 90 feet this turn if you spent your entire action doing that. Because you could... right when you cast Expeditious Retreat as a bonus action, you get an immediate 30 feet that you can run.
Okay.
And then you could use the dash action to move another 30 feet, and then you can use your regular move action to go another 30 feet. So 90 feet in total.
That's going to be, what?
55, 60, 65, 70, 75,
80, 18 squares.
85, 90. You could get right here, basically.
Alright, what I want to know is, see this bit here?
You want to jump over?
Yeah, does it, like, lead directly to, like, here?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I want to make... This is going to be, Kovash fancies himself as somewhat of a hero dramatic guy based on all, because of all the stories he's heard. So yeah, he's gonna get to there, basically, and jump over because he can. Sure.
All right.
Because this is the quickest way down.
So yeah, absolutely. You can absolutely do that. You're going to land here because of what you're landing on. I'm going to make you roll an acrobatics check. Because of the heroics and how you described it, I am going to give you advantage as basically a stunt bonus.
Acrobatics, you say?
Yeah.
I'm proficient in that one, so
good.
That's okay. Oh god, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with the one that I got first. So it's 10 total.
Okay.
So it's not great, but.
So you got a 10 total. So you jump down and you kind of lose your footing a little bit, but it doesn't look as cool as you wanted it to. But you do manage to jump down safely. You don't take any damage, and you are able to go 5 more feet over here.
Right.
All right, so
Okay.
you see that, Ash, as Kovash just like jumps down in front of you. It looks really cool to you.
I am a small child and easily impressed.
Suddenly, Dragonborn.
Okay, that is your action.
Right.
Okay, so it is their actions. So 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Which is exactly his movement. 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to go here. That provokes an attack of opportunity on the orc. For you, Zay, if you wanted to take it on the orc.
Okay. Does the orc have eyes on Ash or on Half?
Make an insight check.
Because I assume he did hear the bit about like who's gone mad.
Right.
Insight is 13.
13. You're unsure, but based on where he is now, if he was going to attack Ash, he probably would have stayed here.
Right.
But he's here instead. So what do you do?
He's gonna. Yeah, he's not gonna make the attack option because
Sure.
that would be playing the hand too soon.
Okay.
For him anyway. So, yeah, he's trying to get so that he can swap where with Ash basically.
Sure.
So he's not going to take the attack of opportunity because he thinks that orc would have attacked her already if that's what he was going for.
Ash, what is your AC?
13.
All right, so let's see. That is. You take 3 points of damage as the halfling takes another jab at your back. At that point, the orc is going to try to grapple with the halfling.
6 points of damage.
Yep, three points. Yep. Okay, that's the grapple check. And this is the... Okay, it looks like the halfling is able to kind of slip back. You hear him go, "What are you doing? She's the imposter!" So he's going to try a persuasion check. Okay, versus a insight check. He believes. All right, so that's when you see him kind of take out his sword, and he's going to look. That was his entire action, so he doesn't get an attack, but he looks at both of you, and the ruse is no longer working. And now it's everybody else's turn. It's about to get a little cramp. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh no.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And he is going to take a shot at Kova. No, he has no reason to go after Kovash. So he's going to shoot at Ash.
Whenever they pop out into the corridor and he sees what weapons they're carrying, he's just going to yell, "If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall get."
Okay.
And
make an
basically bash his sword
check.
against his shield.
All right, make an intimidation check to try to get them to go after you instead.
Yeah. And that's intimidation is a 22.
22. All right. Yeah, I'm not even gonna have him roll. He's gonna attack you. All right. So you got a shot coming your way. What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
All right. So you see him open. What's your dex?
My dex? Is that without...
Just your dex modifier.
My dex modifier is a +2.
All right, yeah. So you see him blast forward, and it like goes right over your head. Pew! You can kind of feel the just the wind whiz past you as it pelts into the door. All right, and the other one kind of runs up with his squeeze arm, and he's ready to attack. This one will 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He is not going to attack because he doesn't know that you are. He has no reason to suspect you at the moment, Bimkin. And the other one will take half his move to pick himself up, brush himself off, and try to repair some of his broken pride. 5, 10, 15. That's all he can do. He'll actually take the dash action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And that is as far as he can get because of the line.
Sounds like people queuing up to get to
yep, pretty much.
A fight.
And that is... that's it. Yeah, that's the round. So it is now Bimkin's turn.
All right, that guy that just ran past me, is he within melee of me right now?
No, but you can... Oh, yes, he is. He's right behind you.
Okay, I am going to turn around and I'm going to punch him. And then I'm going to expend a key point to punch him again.
Flurry of blows! So you're going to make 2 attacks, because I believe you hit him once and then you hit him twice.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and make your attacks.
Yeah, let me just make sure here.
Ignore the titles on these guys. He is not actually a warlock.
All right. My attack. Plus 7. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's a nat 20.
All right.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right.
So with that, you're gonna double the dice you roll. You're not gonna double. You're not gonna total it all. You roll extra dice for a critical.
Okay.
Which is different from 3.5.
Do you want me to roll damage now, or do you want me to roll both my attacks?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll the other attacks and see if they hit.
Okay. That'd be a 21.
21 hits.
All right. So on the critical,
you get 1 more attack.
do I?
Flurry of blows gives you 2 extra attacks, I thought.
After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make... Oh, 2 unarmed strike. Okay.
Yeah.
Not much of a flurry if you're just doing it 1.
Well, low levels. 16?
16 hits.
Nice.
All right,
Okay,
so
critical.
yeah, so the critical will be twice the amount of dice to roll, and then so I think it's 4 die 8 that you're rolling.
4.
Yep.
D4.
4. You're attacking with your fist, not your weapon.
Yeah.
Because your weapon does count as unarmed for martial arts, because it is a martial arts weapon.
Then I will do that.
I think so, anyways. Let me double check, because that is a hell of a difference.
Yeah.
Because it says that it's
up like a monk weapon in 3.5, because
yeah, exactly. Because
the way it worked in 3.5 was that if it was a monk weapon, you could use it.
And it is. So that's what I'm under the impression of. Let me just brush up on that real quick. Okay, so martial arts, because that'll definitely make a difference in your DPS. Okay, flurry of blows, 2 unarmed strikes, and martial arts. Which wasn't any simple weapons that... Okay, so yes, basically the way it'll work though is the first one will be at the quarterstaff damage, and then the flurry of blows will be at your unarmed damage. So it's going to be
So my critical will be...
crit will be 2 die 8, and the two additional flurry of blows will be die 4s.
Okay. So 10. The first hit is 15 damage.
Okay.
The second hit is 7, so 22 total. And then another 6, so 28 total damage.
28 total damage. So basically, you see him he has his sword out and he's running to figure out what the hell's going on. You turn around and just with a flurry of fucking strikes from your staff, whap whap whap, and he just doesn't even see what's coming. There's a moment of pause where he's just kind of stunned for a moment and falls. He's just onto the ground. You fucked his world up.
That's for being rude.
You now have a movement action you can still use.
Yeah, I'll move towards the sounds of commotion.
All right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You can get right here. Oops, that is not you.
Don't forget my speed is 40, so...
Oh, right. So you can get right here. The hallway of doom.
Fireball when you need it.
No, that would hit all of you. Okay, that makes it Ash. It is your turn.
I guess fireball.
Kosh looks like he's trying to give you like an opening to get beside him.
Right.
Of course, if you move 5 feet step towards Kovash, you will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Yep.
Oh.
Yes, I will.
And you're within 5 feet, so he will get sneak attack.
He will get. Oh.
Yeah, he's within 5 feet of you.
So, question.
Sure.
I'm trying to visualize in my head. Can I see up to the 2nd floor?
Yeah.
Like where it would be in my line of sight? Like here?
Yes. Yeah, you could basically see up here. What are you doing?
I am in a bad spot.
You are in a bad spot.
I'm in a bad spot.
You could disengage.
I could disengage.
Because that gnome is going to attack you, and if you're within 5 feet of that orc, you get sneak attack.
Right. Yeah, I don't want to use my spells in front of a big group of people, so I'll disengage and run up
Sure.
the stairs and try to...
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. You could get right here.
Yep.
Okay. So you take the disengage action, which allows you to move away without... Yeah, and then your move action gets you there. You still have a bonus action. Is there anything else you want to do?
I don't really have a lot that I can bone. You know what? I will heal myself for 1d6 as I'm
Okay.
punched.
All right. Are you being subtle about it, or are you just fucking adrenaline's pumping? I need to do this now.
I'm trying to be subtle about it. 'cause
Okay. So make a stealth check.
If I wasn't trying to be subtle, I would have Misty stepped up there.
Right.
Fuck. I have advantage on stealth.
You do. Yes, you do. I'll just make a general disadvantage roll to see how well they do. Wow.
They see me.
They see you. They kind of, there's this, just like, because of the darkness and the ambient light of the inside, there is this like flash of golden light that comes from you as you heal yourself. And for a moment, they all like look up and like, all right, that is your turn.
Damn it. Okay. Well, now I have a big old target painted on me. Have
Yes,
fun, guys.
you do. Kovash, it is your turn. I believe,
They've
right?
seen magic being cast.
They have seen magic being cast.
Not by either of you, but
No, but this falls into a problematic.
Yeah.
Do we leave no witnesses? I'm trying to remember from like what we were told before. Like, if something happens and we like sorry, I'm actually genuinely coughing. Not trying to cover up what I said.
Sure.
1 second. I'm eating a bag of like really dry roasted peanuts. Right. Like, did they say whenever we were given this task, like if the proverbial excrement were to hit the rotating blade, would like, and we had to like deal with everyone, did they say there would be any way for us to like what would
basically finish the job as best as you can. If you have to kill, then you have to kill.
Right.
And they'll do their best to cover it up is basically what they told you.
Yeah, Kovash is going to go for the sort of at the moment, it's these two, basically this guy in front that saw the glow, right? The half-orc. What about the gnome or the halfling?
It was just the half-orc, because everybody else is not. Well, they would have. The others would have seen the ambient light.
Right.
Not. I mean, let me roll an Arcana check for them.
Yeah.
Just a general Arcana check. See if they kind of know. No. They just saw a light up there. It could have been a torch. But the orc definitely saw it.
Sadly, I prioritize the safety of this child that some magical dog man is, entrusted, sort of entrusted us with. May not have been quite directly, but he does feel sort of responsible at this point.
Sure.
And given what he what he knows of this land, a not very bright future lies ahead for anyone getting caught doing this stuff. So he's gonna have to, first things first. Gonna step forward.
Okay.
Just to here, and as much as I'd love to use it further up the corridor because there's like 3 dudes standing in a line. There's 2 people in front of me right now, so he's just gonna like. He pulls back his shield a bit, and then just takes in a big deep breath, and just sort of exhales a icy wind, icy gale into the cone in front of him, basically.
Oh, you're using your breath weapon.
What's
the range of that?
It's a 15-foot cone.
Yeah,
so
they're definitely within 15. Yep.
So
is that a reflex save on their part?
It is con, apparently.
Con. Oh.
Let's see, as an action, once per short rest, exhale a 15-foot cone. Con DC. Sorry, it's just like there's cone and con right afterwards in brackets. So it's like con DC 12, half damage on success for 2d6 cold damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
all right, so
they need to make a con save.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay.
So 2d6.
2d6. So that's a 3 and a 2, so it's a 5.
5. Okay. So as you reeling back, you see them kind of like, oh, shit, hit the deck, and they both dive out of the way. They both take half damage. They succeed, unfortunately. But yeah, you can see the icy kind of breath weapon is creeping up their body, crystallizing, and they're all like, shh, and they break it off as they like hit to the ground. Just for thematic, they're not prone or anything, but they stand back up and ready their weapons and realize, oh shit, you're the biggest threat right now.
Yeah, you know, he brings his shield back up, and he has kind of like, you know, he's putting on a grin. He's not really enjoying this. He's just trying to, you know, he's putting on a bit of theatric to
gotcha.
You know, make himself seem like the most threatening thing in the ring fight. Funny enough.
Okay.
Yeah, and he's trying to block off the stairwell as well by standing.
So, they have no reason to suspect Bimkin right now.
Poor guy at the back is about to get flurried in the back of the head or something.
I'm the only one to straight up kill a dude so far, and I am the least suspicious person here.
I like these D&D Beyond sheets where you have like a thing to tell you to use it and all that. That's really
yeah,
cool.
I really like it. It's nice. All right, so 5, 10, 15 to get into a flanking position, so this guy can come up. Let me just make sure. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Perfect. Okay.
This is potentially...
This is going to be a little rough. What's your AC?
My AC is 18.
18. Okay, that's a good AC.
And then I have a dex. My dex bonus is 2. So.
All right, so 1, 2,
so
3.
16 of my dex if that happens.
Okay, I'm going to do the rogue first because he has a possible sneak attack if he hits.
Okay.
And he crits. Ooh, okay. And now I'll do the other, because the other one has a Whis arm, so he has reach and he can hit you. So let me do 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more dice. All right, so the orc misses. They all miss. The only one that hits is the, yeah, so basically you see them all charge up and cluster on you. There's a, just like strikes against your breastplate. You raise up your shield just in time to have it meet against a blade. But as you're raising it, you feel the dagger kind of duck down under the shield, jab it right between the plating of your armor, and you can feel it puncture one of your kidneys. And then like as you're reeling back from it, there's a fire and you feel another bullet kind of whiz past your head. Okay, so sneak attack time.
Painful damage.
Painful little shit.
Oh wait, hang on. So 11, and then I gotta roll that again. $11, 7. You take 18 damage.
Ouch.
Yeah, that was bad. Yeah, a critting rogue is nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
All right, that
almost
is
half my health.
That is the enemy's turn. It is now top of the round. Bimkin, it is your turn.
Do I have a way in which I could do within a 20-foot cube that I could catch several enemies but no friends?
Are you casting something?
Yes, sir.
5, 10, 15, 20. Yes.
I will do that, and I will cast Fairy Fire.
Okay. You will take 1 die 8, 2 die 8 because it's electricity and you're casting a spell.
Yep. I am aware of the dangers.
Okay. Okay. So you're casting Fairy Fire?
Yes.
All right, so you extend your hand outward and you concentrate for a moment, and there's this sparkly sort of energy that encompasses all of the do they make a save? Fairy Fire?
Any creature in the area when the spell is cast is outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw. DC 13.
DC 13. 2 fail, 2 succeed. So we'll say the furthest two are the ones who succeeded. So basically, first roll, second roll, third, and fourth. So these two are currently basically the gunslinger and the one with the glaive have the fairy fire around them. You extend your hand outward and you feel the buildup of magical energy from your gauntlet as it delivering 5 points of damage to you. But then you see that outline around both of those people.
And I will make sure that I made a big show of it.
Okay. Make I guess a perform or a persuasion check, whichever you want to do better.
I want to make sure they know that I'm doing
right.
it.
Yep.
So,
either performance or persuasion, whatever's better for you.
The exact same check. So
Okay.
Plus 3 on those. 5! Damn it.
You know what? Because you're casting a spell, your pacification bracer, I'll give you the advantage. I'll be nice.
Okay. 14.
14.
12.
Okay.
12.
All right. I will keep that in mind. 12. Okay. So Ash, it is your turn.
And either the people that are outlined in fairy fire, you get advantage on attacks against them.
Excellent. Good to know.
Oh.
Okay, so Ash, as you're running up there, the ambient light of the heal, as you heal that damage, you see a few of them get outlined in that fairy fire. As you see an onslaught of attacks hit Kovash, and he blocks most of them. But then you see that grievous blow to his kidney, and there's this sharp kind of grimace of pain as it comes to your turn. What do you do? Oh, Uba, did you move at all?
I'll move into the group of enemies there.
Sure.
I
25. You could go here. You could actually go up to here without provoking an attack of opportunity if you wanted.
That'd be fine.
That would put you in the middle of a bunch of...
Yeah, I know you're still catching up.
No, I'm fine with that. I'm
Okay.
Pure protector mode right now.
Okay.
I have made a big show of casting a spell, and I've waded into the middle of them as far as I can, and...
You got it. Ash, what do you do?
So.
That rogue's being a major dick.
Yeah. That rogue is pretty much what fucking caused all this.
If we go down, we take him with us.
Yeah, if anyone dies, it's gonna be him.
I'm gonna fucking cast a guiding bolt on that jackass.
Okay. Is that a ranged spell attack, or do I have to roll?
Yep, it's ranged spell.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Don't fuck me.
Hmm.
I will use my inspiration if I need to.
Forgot we had that.
Yep.
18.
18 hits.
Okay.
All right, what happens?
I shoot him for 5d6 damage.
5d6?
Warlock spells cast at my highest spell slot.
That's right. Oh my god. Holy
And if he somehow
shit.
survives this, any attacks against the next attack him until the end of my next turn has advantage.
Fucking A, dude. That is insane. I gotta check that, because that sounds crazy powerful.
That's what my thingy says.
On a hit, target takes 4d6 radiant damage in the next roll, and if you cast it at a higher slot, increases by 1d6 for each level. What spell slot is that?
Second,
Yeah.
I can only do second level spell slots.
Yep, that's 5d6 fucking damage. How much does he take?
Hold on, I'm doing math.
Wow.
6, 12, 17, 19.
Okay, so there's this that little beacon of golden aura that she was using to heal herself, you see it kind of culminate into this blast of energy that comes from the balcony of the stairs and blasts straight over your head, Kovash, as you see it engulf the halfling. And for a moment, all you see is his skeleton as he just is blasted with this radiant energy, and then nothing but ash.
I would feel
dead.
If it weren't for, you know, him previously stabbing me in the kidney, I'd feel like a tinge of pity for him. But he's. I guess that's what we're doing. We're killing them all.
Because if they didn't see the first part, they saw that one. You see all of them like.
This is definitely a no witnesses scenario.
Ash, go ahead and make an intimidation check at the advantage.
You said at the advantage?
At the advantage.
Hold on. Okay, so 23.
Yeah, they all kind of like stop for a moment. They look at their compadre, their old coworker, just turned to ash, and they are frightened of you for the next minute.
Be afraid of the small child.
Okay.
Wow.
It is now. Holy shit! It's Kovash. I believe it is your turn. Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess we're using magic.
I guess we're doing this.
I guess at this point it's, you know, in for a penny, in for a pound, as the saying goes.
Well, I mean, Kovash used a breath weapon, and Ash doesn't know that much about Dragonborn, so magic maybe. And then we can use magic. So magic is what we're doing.
We're doing magic.
Yep.
Yeah, technically
Okay.
Dragonborn breath weapons are not considered magical, but yeah, you're just a child. All right, what's Kovash
That's one
doing?
of those things where like the pack brace doesn't work on it, so they just went, fuck it, or something. Because I assume it's like a supernatural.
Exactly. Yeah.
Natural ability.
Yep.
Thing. Yeah. Okay. Well, this orc behind me is the closest to the door, and as grim as a thought as it is, Kovash doesn't want any of these lads escaping. Not
Right.
He's seen all that, so he's going to have to make sure that he is the obstacle between these guys and them running away.
Okay.
Unfortunately for the orc, he's the one closest to the door, so Kovash is pretty much going to like, you know, it. What's that one spell? Booming Blade. That's the one. 'Cause that's the one that hurts them when they move. Yeah. So he's gonna. Yeah. He basically. You know, it looks like he's about to swing forwards and sort of, but then it's sort of more of a sweeping attack because he's turning around while he's doing it. Not like sweep. You know, he's not actually attacking stuff.
Yeah.
He's going for the orc basically as he turns, and he's casting Booming Blade, which, let me see the description. Brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting and make a melee attack against one creature within 5 feet of you. On a hit, the target suffers the weapon's attack's normal effect, and then becomes sheathed in booming energy until the start of your next turn. If the target willingly moves 5 feet or more before then, the target takes 1d8 from the damage and the spell ends. Okay, so
Interesting.
yeah, he's basically turning to this fella and making an attack. He wasn't one of the ones with a fairy fire, was he? So he's not getting advantage. It's a
Right.
normal attack.
Normal attack.
And he has no fucking idea what you're doing.
It's a good chance it's not gonna miss anyway. It's a plus my attack, which is 13.
13 hits.
That does it.
Yeah.
Marvelous. Let's see, that is a d8 plus 5. Okay, so that's. Ugh. It's 1 damage, but he's sheathed in booming energy.
Plus your plus your strength modifier.
plus 5. So yeah, that's
6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's sheathed in like a sort of. It says booming energy, which I will be honest, that's not a very great descriptive term. I don't know what booming energy looks like.
I'm imagining like it's like a ripple effect, and like since it's thunder damage, that means it's sonic. So there's this crack of energy as you cast it, and like it ripples in the air, and you see him kind of reel back, not knowing what you're doing, and he realizes after he sees one of his friends completely ashed by ash, he's going to turn around and run to the door, taking that damage.
Yep, take a D8.
Doesn't he also provoke an attack of opportunity?
Yes, he does.
He does.
Well, no, he would have taken the disengage action.
Alright. It's a 7 damage from the spell.
Alright, so basically he takes the disengage, turns around, ducks under one of your strikes after he gets slashed in the side, and then he runs for the door, and then there's this arc of energy that comes from your sword, and just boom! As he basically breaks the sound barrier running to the door. All right, and then you see him just kind of he's like reaching for one of the locks. There's 3 locks on the door, but then slams against it, and then there's just a smear of blood as he falls to the ground, and now his body is blocking the door.
Yay!
Okay, I'll turn to these guys, and yeah, that's everything. Yeah, that's a lot.
All right. So that was.
Well, actually,
their
this was.
turn.
I could advance forward, couldn't I? Like, 'cause I still haven't taken my move, so I could just step forward.
Well, it's technically his turn. So since you didn't do that on your turn,
that's a good point. Yes, that's a good point. Sorry, I lost track of time.
That's okay. So this one is going to. He's just going to attack you. And him seeing that, he's going to attack you as well. And he's going to take a 5-foot step back. So that provokes an attack of opportunity from you, Dan.
Yay. Would you believe another nat 20?
I will believe it.
All right. So I will do 2d8.
Yep.
That's 19 damage.
19 damage. So basically he's trying to duck out of the way to get to a good vantage point with his gun, and as he basically raises his arm up and you smack the arm, you can hear a kind of crack, and then you just take instinctively one other hit to the, this is just cinematic, it's not an extra hit, but right. You smack him in the stomach and he keels over and he is unconscious. Okay, you guys are mopping the floor with these guys. All right, so that's his turn. So the other ones are both going to attack Kovash. What is your AC?
Yeah. My AC is 18.
18.
And 2 of that is Dex. So.
Okay, they both hit actually. Wow.
Okay. At which point then I'm going to cast Shield. Because I don't want to take much more damage. Yeah, so casting time 1 reaction.
I think that does that last the entire round?
Yeah, it's 1 reaction which you take whenever you're hit by an attack or targeted by the magic missile spell. An invisible barrier of magical force appears and protects you until the start of your next turn. You have +5 bonus AC, including against a triggering attack, and you take no damage from magic missile. Magic missile not being the problem here, but
right.
Yeah. So he casts shield, so that gives him 23 AC total. Yeah. So yeah, like visually, I want that to be his actual shield sort of lighting up.
Okay.
And a sort of
So basically,
like there's sort of like a rippling aura coming from his shield or something.
You brace. For...
Actually, it says an invisible barrier, so
right. So you brace for impact as they both are striking at you, and they would have actually hit you, but then you reflexively cast the shield spell, and you see that arcane energy surround your shield, and then the invisible force, and it actually guides your shield in front of the blows just by itself, and ting ting, they both just ricochet off your shield.
I like that visual. Yeah, it's like
that's their
very
turn.
Jedi, like guiding my attack.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like that.
Use the Force, Kovash.
Yeah.
All right, top of the round, Bimkin, is your turn.
All right. I'm checking here real quick. Flurry. Would Flurry of Blows break concentration or potentially break concentration?
No.
Because Fairy Fire is concentration.
Yeah, you just can't cast any other concentration spells.
Yeah. Or if I take damage, I have to roll it. Okay.
Right.
I'm checking Flurry of Blows, wherever the hell that is. It does not specify on here. Can Flurry of Blows attack multiple creatures within melee?
That's a good question.
Because those two are within melee of each other, so if I could get up to a point where they're both within melee of
Because,
me,
yeah, you could go here. Whoops. You get the idea. Let me see here. Features and traits. Flurry of Blows.
This says you can spend key points to fuel. After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action.
Then yeah, it doesn't specify, so yes, you can direct those at whoever you want.
All right, I'm going to move up and I'm going to hit one of them. I'll say the green guy there.
Okay.
And then with my quarterstaff, and then I'm going to Flurry of Blows the blue guy.
Okay.
So, the first attack is a 24, 23.
That more than hits.
10.
10 does not hit.
And it's with 11 hits either.
Unfortunately, no.
Okay,
But the first one hits.
I hit with the quarterstaff, not so much as the other. Wait a second. Are either of them affected by fairy fire?
Yeah, the green one is. Wait.
I thought they were both.
Yeah, both of them. Yep.
Okay, then I get advantage on him.
Yes, you do.
Guy. Well, I'll roll.
Yeah, roll just in case and see if you get a crit.
Yeah. Do not on the first guy. Second hit is 24.
24 hits.
And then that would definitely hit 26.
Yes, absolutely. Jesus Christ.
Advantage.
Dice decided they like me.
Yeah, no shit. Fuck.
With the quarterstaff, I deal 13.
13 points of damage?
Yep.
Okay.
And then on my Flurry of Blows, I deal 7. And then 9, so 16 total.
Okay. And they both fall. Oh, well, that one likes to flip back up.
He refuses to go down.
Yeah, so just in that blur of motions, you see both of them whack, 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 and they both at the same time fall down, and the building seems calm again. You see a couple of handmaidens kind of peeking out from the kitchen. They're just like looking with their eyes wide open. What do you guys do?
They messed with my daughter.
They did.
I was going to say to him, just kind of gesture towards him.
You see them kind of shake their heads like, yeah. And they just kind of back away from and they're going to hide behind the door.
Okay.
All right, what do you guys do?
Were they watching the whole time?
Yes. You get the idea that they saw what was happening.
Can't go killing them, but
I was gonna say, I'm gonna draw the line at killing the
the servants. It's a bit much.
Killing the innocents.
they can't help what they saw. It just means we can't stay in the town. Probably, if anyone comes to question them anyway. Yeah. Okay.
So I hear there's an attic. That might be a good place to check.
Right.
I'd hate to have done all of this for nothing.
We're certain all these guys are like. Kovacs gonna check the fallen basically to make sure, make sure they're all actually dead and not near death or whatever.
Three of them are just unconscious, and the other 3 are dead.
It's like a proper moral conundrum.
Yeah.
Do I kill them and protect the,
I accidentally. Whoop. Where'd I go?
Does your intent have an effect on the ensuing alignment shift or alignment thing, or do you deal with alignment at all in this?
Oh fuck! Okay,
Rewind.
Rewind. No one touch anything.
I got a feeling you were trying to lead a corpse and not the entire building. There we go.
Don't touch anything. Just don't touch anything.
It's still gone.
Yeah, I know. It's I'm still rewinding. Just don't touch anything. Sometimes it takes a few goes.
Right. While that's existence is being restored.
Okay, we're good.
Kovacs doesn't like. He feels like the servant folk might be, probably reasoned with in the sort of like, if they're working here and if this guy is up to shady shit, they're probably already. There's a good chance they're already complicit in the sort of hiding of. I'm gonna call them funky goings on. These guys, however, he doesn't trust at all, given that one of them did just go straight for shanking a child. So, unfortunately, and his reasons are this, that he is trying to protect the safety of his companions.
Sure.
So he is going to coup de grace him, basically.
Okay. So do you take out like a small dagger or something and just? Or
something quick.
Yeah, just
quick.
quick.
He's not going for this. He's not trying to be sadistic or anything about it. He's doing this in a very reluctant kind of way.
Yeah, you don't want to do this, but your safety is important. Yeah, I understand. Now, what does Bimkin do as he sees Kovacs take out a dagger and slit one of their throats?
Kovacs will sort of look at him, sort of in a.
I don't know. I did just trip a guy down the stairs.
Right. There's one thing about making sure your friends are safe. There's another thing about coup de grace-ing someone. Right. So.
But coup de grace would keep the friends safe.
Well, what I'm saying, this would be a definitely good role play thing to discuss right now.
Yeah.
Are we sure that's super necessary here? Like, they're not going anywhere.
What do you think they're going to do whenever they wake up and we're gone?
I don't know. Do you think they're going to admit that two grown men and a child just beat up all of them?
They will, given that they saw us using magic. Based on what I know of these lands.
Ash, what do you think? Like, is this an okay thing that we're doing?
We'll say that you haven't actually, like, you have the blade up against his neck at this point.
Yeah, he's sort of, he's paused. He's not doing it.
Right. Okay. So Ash, what do you say?
Don't know. On one hand, they could not tell anybody because they'd be embarrassed and then they'd get in trouble for letting us in. On the other hand, I really don't want to be found.
Well, we're not.
We could have the others deal with them.
We're not planning on staying in town for a real long time after this, are we? We're heading north, yeah.
You know, let's. You'll put the dagger away, then, and say, let's find them.
Okay. Do you guys have rope?
I have string.
I think I do, actually. Let me check. I think rope is one of the things I bought, because...
Because rope is infinitely useful.
Yeah, it's one of those, rope, never leave home without it. Although apparently Oh, it's because it's in the climber's kit, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll take the rope from his climber's kit. Let's see,
It's 50 feet long, so that's more than enough to tie the survivors up. Yeah,
he's going to tie them up so that, proper sort of... he doesn't really give a shit about their dignity. So it's full-on hog tie, kind of, if there's enough rope to do that, then that's pretty much what he's doing.
All right, go ahead and make a survival check to see how well you make their restraints.
Yeah, he'll accept help with this because...
Okay.
I don't know. I have I think.
Bimkin's gonna help you. Who has the better survival?
Okay. I have
+3.
+1.
All right. So Bimkin, why don't you take the lead on this one? You're gonna roll up the advantage.
19.
19. You're pretty sure you got it nice and secured. They're both they're all basically tied together and hog tied, so their feet and their arms are tied behind their backs, and it's gonna be uncomfortable, but they live to see another day.
Kovash, you heal 14 damage.
Thank you.
Is that a range?
Yes.
So there's just this light that emanates from Ash for a moment from the top of the staircase, and as it just kind of pulses downward, you feel this like cleansing energy all around you as the wound that was still bleeding from your kidney heals up and scars over.
He'll sort of take his hand away from the, because he'd probably been, when he wasn't dealing with ropes and stuff, trying to hold his blood in. So yeah, he sort of looks at it and sort of looks at his hand, sort of, huh. I suppose this is what the lady meant about your healing capability. Thank you.
Thank you for helping me.
He'll nod and look to the guys who just sort of hog-tied, basically, and say,
You should hide them in the closet.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's,
Sure.
yeah, we'll hoist them over shoulders and then dump them in the closet room, like a discarded coat. Yeah.
Sure. We'll say that you already did that. You stashed them in the storage closet, in the coat closet. All right. So, what do you guys do? You can hear the sobbing coming from the kitchen, as you can kind of hear the people, the servants are kind of just like unsure what to do in this situation.
Yeah, there's like a pause as Kovash looks between Benkin and Ash, and someone should probably talk to them.
Okay, I got this.
All right, so go to
I'll
the
walk
kitchen.
in.
Sure.
Yep. Hi.
Please don't kill us. You see one is a tiefling. So she's got like dark reddish skin. The other one is a female. So they're both females. One's a tiefling with dark reddish skin and long curling horns. The other one is a female woman with long blonde hair and fairish skin.
It's okay. Look, all right. They started it. Okay.
What are you doing here?
Aside from the obvious, we're just looking for something.
What?
I don't think you want to know that much.
I know a lot.
You know a lot. Okay.
You see her just kind of point to the oven.
Okay. What about it?
She doesn't say anything. Make a persuasion roll.
Persuasion. 14.
Can we leave?
You know, did either of you follow me into the kitchen?
Ash will have wandered down the stairs and
Yeah.
shot back into the dining room.
You're back into the dining room. Okay.
Kovash would have
Probably
gone.
listening in from for here.
Sure.
Yeah, Kovash would have gone with him. So.
Okay.
What do you think? Should we let him?
Kovash will say, stay here for now. We aren't going to be hurting you or anything like that. But
Yeah.
If they find us,
Definitely.
they'll probably kill us.
Who's they?
Kind of looks down the hallway. And
No, they're gone. They're not finding anything.
well, what about
Now.
when Thomas comes back?
Who's Thomas?
The mayor? Thomas Mystvale?
Oh, he's not supposed to be back for a few days. Yeah, right.
She kind of nods.
Oh yeah, you'll be gone by then. Like, don't even worry about that. We're just
We ain't got no money.
Sure
that
they
does
do.
complicate things.
That's what Ash is doing. Ash is rummaging.
Rummaging what?
He just knocked out like 3 mercenaries and killed 3 others.
Okay.
Ash
Good
is
point.
rummaging because fuck them.
All right. So you find in total about 17 gold. You find 24 pieces of silver and 20 pieces of copper. You also find their equipment. Are you going to take their equipment?
Ash will probably leave it in a pile.
All right, because there's the glaive, there's long swords, there's a short sword, there's some daggers, and there's the flintlock as well.
Which is all ridiculous for Ash to try to carry.
Okay.
So now she'll wander down towards the kitchen and
Sure.
listen to them.
Kovash will ask. My friend here seems to think there's some sort of significance to the attic.
You see them both kind
Do you
of
know that?
nervously look at each other, and they just nod their heads. We don't go up there. Still collecting
know-
dust.
Can you show us the way?
Yeah.
We don't want to go up there.
Up to the attic or upstairs?
Up to the attic.
Oh no, you just show us how to get in there, and then like
Oh.
we're
Oh,
good.
all right.
You can wait. You can wait on the floor below. We'll
D-
check the attic. Stay nearby, though, please.
We want to leave this place. Do you
Alright,
have any money?
Where will you go?
Away from here.
Right.
Ash is going very, very sad looking, and then she'll walk up and she'll hold out a small bag of coins.
How much do you give?
Ash has never really had a use for money, so I'm trying to debate how much you would give up.
A handful. Like, because yeah, I imagine you don't have much in the way of like value for money.
Right.
You can leave it up to the dice.
That's not what I wanted to do. She's gonna like they go through the pouch a little bit, take out some of the coins, and she's gonna hold the rest out to them. It's like, would this be enough? And she essentially gives them the equivalent of 30 gold.
They go wide-eyed and they slowly take the money and they look at each other. The human gives the tiefling a nod. The tiefling goes over to the oven, and you see her reach into it, and she pulls out a burnt-up piece of paper and, shaking her hand, hands it to Kovash.
Oh, this piece of paper?
Taking a look?
Yeah, I'll take a look before I take it.
Sure. It looks like it's been mostly destroyed. It looks like a charter. Make an insight check.
He's not 2.
2. You're looking at it and it's words on a burnt up piece of paper. It's not making a whole lot of sense to you.
You'll ask what this is. So yeah, he says, "What is this?"
The master's been having us burn these papers. I don't know, but it just seems like something bad's going on. Like he's trying to get away with something. Figured it might help you.
He'll take it, basically, and sort of nods. Say that. But are there any more like this?
No, that's the last of it.
Are there any other servants in the house?
She kind of goes quiet. 2.
2. Okay, where are they?
We don't know.
But you know they're here.
We haven't seen them leave anyway. Sylvantica, and kind of lowers her voice a little bit and whispers, "And her little girl."
Are we whispering?
Cause no one's supposed to know she's here.
Is she heading away somewhere?
I haven't seen her leave. She doesn't even leave her bedroom.
Out of curiosity, is her bedroom the one near the end, the first hall on the right upstairs?
That's Sylvantica's room. The one before it is the little girl's.
Would you be okay with coming with us to see if we can find them before you leave?
Make a persuasion check.
For some reason, like, I instinctively started looking for a d20 around my desk. Okay, that's 17 plus persuasion, was it? So 18.
18. All right. We'll do that for you, and then you've got to go. We don't have the keys for the room, though.
I don't think we need the key anymore.
Yeah, I think subtlety's gone out the window, so we'll figure out how to get in there. Don't worry.
Yeah, he'll explain to us. Basically, he says, "Look, we've been sent here to investigate the mayor, so we are going to have to go to the attic. But if you could just show us where it is, you don't have to." But let's find your coworker and her little girl first.
All right. It's not. Yeah, to clarify, it's not her little girl. It's the Sylvantica's little girl.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought
what.
that's what he
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't
Yeah,
sure. I thought you
that's what I
said.
meant.
I thought you said your little girl.
No, her. He
So
said her.
I just wanted to clarify. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going upstairs?
Okay.
Yep.
So they lead you upstairs, and to this room, and they basically say that this is the little girl's room. They refer to her as Rudra, and then Sylvantica's room is this one.
Okay.
And then they kind of, unless you need them for anything else, they're gonna go back downstairs.
Yeah,
Where's
he'll.
the
The attics. You get there from the closet in Mystvale's bedroom.
okay.
I'm not sure
You
how to get
promise-
in there. He's hidden the entrance, but I know it's there.
Well, we can work with that. Do we need them anymore?
Koa shakes his head, but he says, "Okay, go to the inn and book yourself a room. Whenever you're booking the room, tell them that you met the Silver Dragon and his friends, and that in my mind I had a better way of this. He's basically trying to tell them, go there, book a room, and just tell them that we sent them, to imply that they might need a bit of help, basically.
Okay.
From the Manticore.
Sure,
Folks, basically.
sure.
But actually saying Manticore.
I was gonna say, do you
Like,
drop the name Manticore? Okay, so
no,
do
he's not.
Okay.
He's trying to basically tell them that
Gotcha.
go
Okay.
there, tell them that the Silver Dragonborn sent you, and ask to, speak to the red-haired lady.
Okay. All right. They nod their head. And we'll do what as you ask. Thank you. And they leave.
Yeah. They also and don't say anything to anyone else about what happened here until you're safe.
They nod, and then they take their leave.
Okay. And yeah, he'll look to Bimkin and Ash and say, "Alright, let's get searching."
All right.
Okay,
I'll-
so are all
Yeah.
three of these doors locked?
Yes, all three of these doors seem to be locked.
Well, we came here for one, so start with that one. Proficiency, play. 17.
For which room?
The little girl's room that
Okay.
they brought us to.
Yeah, you open it up, and you see a small little bed, and there are dolls all over the place, like porcelain little dolls. There is a toy box in the corner, and there's a bureau with several different outfits and whatnot. The bed looks kind of disheveled, a lot like the other servant's bed that you saw, well, that Kovash saw in the other room. But it definitely looks like a little girl's room.
It's a lot of dolls.
Right,
Almost a creepy amount of dolls.
While they're
There's a lot of
searching-
dolls.
while they're searching in there, Kovash is going to go into the other room and get one of those books and the scroll with the blood on it.
Okay. So,
and then
all right. So you grab one of those, and you grab the. Do you actually look at the scroll with the blood?
he doesn't. No, he doesn't, because he's sort of going.
It's not sealed or anything. It doesn't have a rope around it. It's just curled up.
Hmm.
Up to you.
No, at this moment he's not going to,
Okay.
because, you know, even if he is swinging about magic now, he's still a bit unsure about just touching stuff that could
That's fair.
be magic. You know, he's
Okay.
kind of, you know, he's heard enough tales about, you know, foolish adventurers picking up the magic, whatever. And
I gotcha. Yep.
You know, stuff being cursed or exploding. Or
Yep.
something
Yep.
like that. You know, I preferred explosive runes today. You know, that sort of stuff. But no, you know, he's.
Kovash, make a perception roll.
Yeah.
An active perception roll.
Okay. What that? Oh, that. Yeah, that's right. I lobbed it into the house. Right. Oh no, it's gonna go over the edge. Oh no, there's no edge. Okay, that's a active perception. Do you say? That's a 8.
An 8. What's your passive?
My passive is 13.
Okay, that's actually enough. You actually hear whimpering from here.
From there, okay.
Yeah.
Kovash will sort of stand up. You know, he's sort of been crouched down, like, you know, grabbing these things, and then just sort of stands up,
Sure.
walks out, and sort of is it basically coming from this little door?
Yes,
at the
it
end?
is coming from that door.
Right. He is going to look down the hallway to see, you know, is Ash or Bimkin out there?
You don't see Ash, but you do see Bimkin at the end of the hall.
He'll motion to Bimkin and sort of
Okay.
and sort of points at the door. See if he, you know, can you hear that? Yeah, he says that in a low enough voice so that hopefully it doesn't go through the door. But
What's your passive perception?
15.
Yes, you hear it.
Okay. I'll nod, yeah.
okay. Kovash is going to step back and say that you know, my visage might be alarming to someone who is currently scared. So he sort of squeezes past him in the hallway and sort of, you know, basically implying you open the door. So, you know,
I'll
if
try
there's a
to-
scared child in there, he doesn't really want to, like, you know,
Yeah,
have a
does it-
dragon's head poking in.
Does it sound like a child or a grown woman?
It's kind of hard to tell through the door, but
Okay.
it sounds feminine.
Okay.
You're really not sure of the age though.
Alright. I'll knock on the door.
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Who's there? Who's there?
My name's Bimpkin.
Where's my Ruta? Where is my little girl?
We're working on that right now. Do you know where she might be?
Kiasamora, I think she's probably locked in the attic. What if
Okay,
the
no,
bastard
that's-
takes the rest of the children?
You know, it's super convenient. That's where we're going next. See? That's like it's gonna work out. It's okay.
Can you let me out of here? My arms are so sore.
Yeah. Can I? Is the door locked?
The door is locked.
Can I?
Kovash is sort of going back down the hallway to get Ash. Sort of.
Sure.
We find, you know, it says I think we found
You know what?
So-
We're
Silverita.
We're-
Was it?
we're past subtlety. Can I can I break the door?
Make a strength check, athletics check.
Athletics. 19.
Oh, yeah, you crack it open. You kind of hear as she flinches, but you see. I'm gonna show you guys a picture. This is courtesy of Victoria Kenalopoulou. I have a link for their DeviantArt if you guys want one. But essentially, you see this. If you look at the screen.
still a little
At the
behind,
stream.
so-
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it's basically a tiefling that is hanging from chains, and it looks like she has been whipped, beaten, and basically bloodied to a pulp. She's got she's got blood dripping from all over her body, and it's just pooling in the center, and it's going into a little drain in the center of the room, and she's just hanging there. She looks emaciated and just completely ruined.
Can I see an obvious like lock, like or a latch, something that free her?
Yeah, it's basically a bar that you can raise over. It's not an actual lock. It's more of a just a like something to keep it in place. But yeah, you're able to slide the bar out, and she kind of just flumps over.
I'll try to kind of, steady her. Pull the bar and then try to get her to fall on top of me so that it's not so far of a drop.
Okay,
I don't know
then
if that's realistic given the location of the bar.
She falls and slumps over, and on her back you see this very odd, mystical, like looking arcane symbol on her back of a weird geometric like pattern, and it's actually pulsing this reddish light that just is like whoa, whoa, kind of with power. And that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Ah, okay.
Because it is 10:20, and we've been streaming for about 3 hours. Unless you want to keep going, we can. But
no, it's probably,
yeah, that's what I figured. Because all right, so so we will start with let's start with Uba. So Bimkin, what have you learned?
Bimkin's apparently pretty good at lockpicking. Better than Ash.
Yeah, I guess that one that you definitely you beat her. Yep, shots fired. All right. God names. Kovash, what have you learned?
The coat track room is a great place to store bodies. Unconscious
Sure.
bodies, not necessarily dead.
Sure, I'll allow that.
We're gonna have to probably do something with those too, but
I mean, one of them's Ash. We can sweep him up. It's fine.
that's true.
All right, Kai, what have you learned?
Warlock spells are mean.
Thank you, Grace Dog. I appreciate that. I like my sound effects. Sometimes they don't get picked up by the mic, but also anyone in chat, if you've learned anything throughout this stream, anything you've learned either in character, that the characters may have developed, or something you learned out of character about D&D, go ahead and type it in chat, and you can actually net them more experience points. So you've learned more about the potency of warlock spells. I will allow that. All right, so Bimkin, what have you learned?
Bimkin's a remarkably fast talker.
Yeah, absolutely got a voice of the group. All right, Kovash.
I just learned that he is not. He is a long way off mastering the art of a graceful landing.
Yeah. Hey, you didn't fall.
That's the first step.
You just gotta work on the style part.
Yeah.
All right, Ash, what have you learned?
Sometimes Ash is very good at looking like she belongs somewhere, and that she's telling the truth when she's not.
Absolutely. All right, we've got one from chat. Adam says that I've learned that every time I show up here, no matter what, you guys have already gotten yourselves into some sort of trouble. It's amazing, really. I will totally count that. All right, so Bimkin, what have you learned?
Bimkin excels at awkward conversation.
Bimkin does excel at awkward conversation. Okay, let's see. So, Kovash.
Kovash has learned that taking a deep breath as a dragonborn is a great way to scare the shit out of people.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. All right.
Imagine the idea that anytime a dragonborn's about to sneeze, everyone's sort of like, "Oh fuck!"
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's like, is this the end? Oh no, it's not.
Ash, what have you learned?
Ash has learned that her new friends slash dads will help her, and even use magic when they really shouldn't.
Yeah, even when they have something that makes it painful for them to do so. Absolutely. Yep. All right, Bimkin, what have you learned?
You can use the quarterstaff as part of, but not all of, a flurry of blows.
Yeah, that's absolutely something we both learned. Yeah. All right, Kovash.
I've learned that Bimpkin is like a walking delete key. Apparently, it's kind of terrifying, honestly.
That's fair.
Like anyone got in reach of him, and they were gone by the next turn. I mean, it was amazing.
How far are you guys into this level, by the way? I think you're 4 in.
4,
is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So, Ash, what have you learned?
Ash has learned that apparently someone is hiding drugs in the grain.
Yeah. Yep. Opium, by the way.
Yep.
You'll find out soon enough, I'm sure.
Oh, well, we're coming back for that. What?
Bimkin, what have you learned?
Kovash is willing to kill for convenience.
Yeah, if he needs to. To.
Not eager to, but willing to.
Right. All right. Kovash, what have you learned? Opium, you say?
Yeah, no, this small child found opium.
That's the worst part about it. Was the kid that's like
Geeks Anonymous. When you want only the
yeah. My brain just drew a blank. I've learned that. Oof. I've learned something, all right. Kovash has learned that perhaps the ways of the most southern village are perhaps not going to work here in the sort of survivalist sense. So we're,
okay.
Sort of bouncing off the previous one, basically.
Okay.
The killer be killed, maybe not so much.
Right.
Right.
Which, I mean, it was not an evil act. You had an absolutely justified reason to do it. But maybe it's not always the best option.
Not socially acceptable.
Yes, perfect. We'll go with that. All right, Ash, last one.
So not pressure.
Not sure why it went to that music, but okay.
It's got very sort of like. Meanwhile, at Skull Castle, it's like.
Ash has learned that apparently there's more food already prepared in this house than she's probably ever seen in her life.
Yeah. They obviously throw away a lot of food that you probably never see. All right, so that's 5 from you guys. You get 1 for the combat. You get 2 for the recap and 1 from chat. That's 9 checkpoints that you guys get. So that should be a level up, and you're 5 out of 8 towards the next level.
Hey.
So go ahead and roll your hit points.
So take that. We change checkpoint milestone to 5 out of
5 out of 8.
Okay. And we level up.
Yes.
Point. What were my hit die again? Good question.
I rolled a 4. I go up to 5. Yeah.
You have a die 8 normally?
Yeah.
Yes, 5.
Okay.
D10.
plus your Constitution modifier.
Right.
Yeah, so I gain 6.
This is a 5. See what it says, like 1d10 or 6. Is 6 like the minimum I can
6
roll?
is the minimum amount that you can roll.
Okay, so I get a 6 then.
Okay.
And
Plus
then
your Constitution modifier.
Yeah.
All right. Did you roll already?
I did. I get a 6.
All right. Perfect.
So
All right.
7.
So that is where we'll end today's episode. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. It was a pretty good, mostly combat, some role play as well, and we'll see what the rest of this manor has to hold in the next episode. But until next time, thanks for stopping by. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye!